If you suspect that your vehicle's starter relay might be faulty, it's helpful to understand its symptoms and how to diagnose its failure. First, let's clarify what a starter relay does. The starter relay acts as a bridge between the ignition system and the starter motor. The ignition system uses low amperage to activate the relay, which then controls the high amperage needed by the starter motor to crank the engine. Since the starter motor requires a lot of power and thick wires to the battery, while the ignition system uses much smaller gauge wires, the relay allows the ignition system to manage the starter motor efficiently. When you turn the ignition key to the start position, it energizes a coil inside the relay. This action pulls a lever that closes the switch, allowing power to flow from the battery to the starter solenoid. The relay switch is normally open, but when power is applied to the coil, it closes the circuit, enabling power to reach the starter solenoid and spin the starter motor. In essence, the relay uses a small current from the ignition system to control a larger current required by the starter motor. This setup ensures that the ignition system, which deals with lower amperage, can effectively manage the high amperage demands of starting the engine. What are the symptoms of a failed starter relay? The most common sign is when the engine fails to start. You turn the key to the start position, and nothing happens, no response from the starter motor, no engine cranking. Less frequently, a faulty relay can cause the starter to remain engaged continuously. This occurs if the relay's contacts get stuck in the closed position, keeping power flowing to the starter all the time. Another possible issue is intermittent starting. This happens when the relay's contacts become pitted or worn, leading to inconsistent engagement. As a result, the starter might work sporadically. To determine if the starter relay is the problem, first rule out other potential causes. A dead battery can produce similar symptoms. Make sure your battery is fully charged and in good condition, with clean and secure connections. Also, check for any blown fuses, such as those related to the ignition system or the relay itself, as these can cause similar issues. A quick way to test if your starter relay is faulty is to use a similar relay from another part of the fuse box. For instance, if your starter relay is labeled 7234, check if there's another relay with the same part number, like the horn relay, which often matches the starter relay. Swap the two relays. If the horn starts working, the relay is likely not the problem, and you may not need to buy a new starter relay. If swapping relays isn't an option or doesn't work, another method is to jump the relay's connections to manually complete the circuit. To do this, put the key in the start position and identify which pins need to be jumpered. The relay typically has a diagram indicating the connections, and for many relays, you'll need to connect the pins marked for the circuit completion. For example, if pins 3 and 5 need to be jumpered, find these pins on the relay, connect them with a wire, and see if the engine starts. Be cautious with this method, as it can cause sparks and potentially damage the relay contacts. While effective, it's generally safer to use a known good relay for testing. You can also test the relay using a multimeter. Start by checking for continuity in the coil to ensure there are no breaks. Set the multimeter to the continuity mode, often marked with a home symbol, and check the coil for an open circuit. If you have jumper wires, you can connect the coil terminals to a battery to close the circuit. Then use the multimeter to check for continuity. This will help verify if the relay is functioning correctly. That covers the symptoms of a bad starter relay and how to diagnose its failure. If you have any additional insights or questions, please leave a comment below. If this video was helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.